Hey, everybody. We're going to be talking about the warm up today, the process of preparing to work. We're quietly losing the physical side of our acting process. I know a lot of you probably feel that way and agree to some extent, right? That things have shifted online, they've shifted to self tapes. You're all kind of getting used to that. And so sometimes we don't necessarily feel the loss of something because we're doing it so much now that it doesn't feel like a loss anymore. Now it just feels like the norm. Um, but we are sort of quietly and under the radar losing that physical side of the rehearsal process and of the acting process. Rehearsals are getting shorter. Everything is moving faster. Auditions are, right, self tapes where you read what that cast director is wanting you to edit even before you begin rehearsing. So um, so many people are not really even bothering to physicalize for the purpose of discovering the body and voice of the character before they even decide what they want to do with the material or tape. Somewhere along the way, we stop checking. We stop checking in with the body, the breath, the voice, the energy channels, all of that. But Stanislavski says that acting is the physical manifestation of a psychological truth. So if you're not working physically, if your body isn't involved in that truth, you're missing half the work. You're missing a lot of the work. I don't even know why I'm saying half the work. You're missing a lot of the work, right? We have to prep that instrument before we perform it. It's cliche. I've said it before, but it's true. That means getting it talking to itself, right? Body to breath, breath to emotion, thought to impulse. Sometimes we can't just flip the switch and expect to be grounded, responsive, and open. Listen, we were never, when I was raised in training, expected to just flip the switch. And we weren't taught to just flip the switch. We were taught to train with muscle memory so that our muscles responded to something, responded to stimulus. And in order to do that, we got ourselves ready to work. Over time, you can just flip a switch because you've done so much work and so much body prep and voice prep that sometimes we can flip a switch under some things. But to remove that physicalization forever, to remove that physicalization so much, that vocalization, that preparation of body, voice, heart, mind, and spirit is really eliminating that giving yourself a ground floor to begin from. It's eliminating your space to create. So over time, we stop being as intentional about the work that we're doing, and we start trying to fit that edit of what we're seeing happen. It becomes harder to take direction. It becomes harder to be flexible. And really, it's harder to transform. So, with that intention and with that time, and not always a ton of time, we just need to start creating intentional time. Stella Adler believed that preparation was not just a warm up. She saw that time as a sacred time because for Stella, it was the actor's imagination, right? And the body had to be fully alive before stepping into any role. She taught that you cannot create truth on stage without doing the necessary work off stage. Listen, that applies to a lot of things, and you guys know that I say that all the time in lessons in class. If you're not doing that necessary work off stage, do not expect to be able to just turn it on, right? Understanding the world of the play, activating your imagination, aligning the body and voice to serve the character's circumstances. Stella Adler often emphasized that you do not use yourself as you are, you expand yourself to meet the demands of the story. You do not use yourself as you are, you expand yourself to meet the demands of the story. Let's take a pause on that for a second. Meet the demands of the story. Meet the demands of the story. You are to expand yourself to meet the demands of the story. So let's prepare to do that. Preparation, in her view, was how you earned the right to act. Without it, you're just speaking lines. Without it, it's just the words. With it, you're actually transforming. And if you were ever a part of my studio and you did our live warm-ups, please send a shout out and comment about how much fun it was. Talk about your favorite warm-up and your memory of being in class, because you guys know that it was often like the most fun that we had. It was where actors felt closest. It was connecting. It was sharing that energy in the room together and bringing that energy to our work together in that warm-up space. So as I move forward with all of these lessons, you're going to hear me talk incessantly about rehearsal and the process of rehearsal. The necessity of explore, discover, drill. You'll see that coming up soon in some of these other talks. But before that, before we get ready to explore, we have to prep. So you're thinking, do I need to prep? I do just fine without it. Sure, no problem. It's not like it's a mandatory thing, right? I'm not going to sit here and say only the best actors clear their slate or do vocal warm-up. You do you. I'm just suggesting, why would you turn down the opportunity to work at full capacity? What athlete doesn't warm up? What musician doesn't tune the instrument? You're the instrument. Are you wanting to transform? Have genuine experiences? Feel your heart jump? Feel your body change temperature when you experience the moment, the energy of the moment? So clear your slate, stretch your body, work through your vocal drills, and prepare that experience as fully as possible. I just added a few audio guides to the site. I made these audio guides a long time ago. Some of you probably own them on CD. But they're now available for download. They're tools to help you bring your body and your mind back into your process, even when you don't have a scene partner or time for full class. So 2 of my favorites are Vocal Warm-Up and Clearing the Slate. Both are audio. I talk you through them. They come with guidebooks, so you can use that to follow along. You can go back and revisit pieces you want to work more deeply. The vocal warm-up is about more than just your voice, right? It's about getting the entire instrument in sync. So we're going to do breath work, we're going to do articulation and tongue twisters. It's about making sure that voice is clear and present. It's about waking yourself up from the inside out, so you're not just jumping into a scene cold or disconnected. And you don't need a studio to do this, right? You can just do this in your space, in your house. The Clearing the Slate one is a little bit different. It's a little bit more, I kind of dare say meditative, right? But if those of you who've been in class know this, it's for those times when you're carrying stuff, your day, your thoughts, your nerves, all that. It's that process to reset so you can actually show up in your work instead of like layering that performance on top of all that noise you got going on. They're short, they're practical, they're something that you can return to anytime you need to reset and connect. Because it's me, I'll talk you through it. I'm the audio. I made this, guys, because I see how much this is missing from so many people's processes right now. And I said, wait a minute, I have these audios already ready to go. Let me feed them back out to you. I really believe this doesn't have to be that we just start fading it away quietly. So go take a look if you're feeling that pull. Let me know what else you'd want to see, and I'll add more. Thank you for listening. Take care of your instrument. I will see you guys soon. And you'll see something, I guess, at the end of this. It tells you how to get the audio things and download them and get them. So great talking to you guys again today. Take care of your instrument, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I totally forgot to say, I'm giving 30% off right now off of Vocal Warmup and Clearing the Slate until July 31st. So there's a promo code right here. So write that promo code down, put it in at checkout, and you will get 30% off between now and July 31st.